Okay, so we'll start with sitting, either on your chair. I've got a chair behind me because I'm going to do a bit more sitting later on, but if you want to sit on your chair or your sofa now, just make yourself really comfortable. And as I said, the class today is all about the importance of breathing. So in your lungs, your average sort of human lung capacity is 4.5 litres of air can fit in there. But normally each breath we take is only half a litre. So you can see there could potentially be a lot of stale air. And so it's really good to increase the length of your breath just to help that gas exchange. So with correct breathing, the other thing that happens, and this is really something that's really key to all the restorative yoga, is that we stimulate the dorsal vagal nerve. And so this reduces the stress response in the body and convinces you that you feel safe. So that's another reason why breathing properly and breathing with the diaphragm especially is important. And this also then aids healthy digestion and also reduces inflammation. So inflammation, I've mentioned inflammation a few times as if it's a really terrible thing. Because your inflammation response is there to protect you. It is there so that if you get cuts, you can heal. It's a healing response. So it's a fabulous thing to have an inflammation response. It's just sometimes goes stress, particularly, and poor breathing and poor posture can cause the inflammation response to go into overdrive, so that the body's antibodies and white blood cells attack itself, and so we get a lot of autoimmune disease at worst, or just a lot of body aches and such like at best can be caused by that inflammation response. So breathing properly and switching on the vagal nerve, the dorsal vagal nerve, really helps calm that response down. So I just invite you to take a moment to bring your awareness to your breath, closing the eyes, and just let your breath become soft and natural. Begin by noticing the journey of the breath through the nostrils, the breath in through the nostrils, and the breath out through the nostrils. And then begin to follow that journey of the in-breath, nostrils, through the throat, the lungs, the lower lungs, back out again from the lungs, through the throat, the nostrils. Become aware of that flow. Become aware of the movement. Bring yourself fully into the present moment with the awareness of your breath. And now begin to notice the flow out through the nostrils into the surrounding air. What direction? Visualize it. What direction do you visualize it going in? Each in-breath, visualize the air coming in from the air around you. Where's it coming from? And keep tracking that journey with that extension into the air around you, but through the nostrils, throat, lungs, lungs, throat, nostrils, out into the air around you. And then just lengthen the back of the neck, open the eyes down to the ground, and look up again. We're just going to have, before we start working with the diaphragm, we're going to work also with a very mindfully with windmill breath. You might have done it with me before. A lot of things I do quite quickly. Probably why I do yoga. It helps me slow down. But we're going to work very mindfully with windmill breath. But first of all, we're just going to do a little bit of activation for the lungs and the diaphragm. So tapping all around the rib cage as if you're just waking it all up. Upper rib cage just below the collarbones, down the sternum. You can find it there. And then when you get to the end, finding that attachment where the diaphragm attaches on. Can feel quite sensitive, that little point there. You might just like to use the middle two fingers, give the diaphragm a little massage, helping it release. We've got a breathing technique later that will help it release as well. So just massaging all around underneath the rib cage, that big muscle, the diaphragm. So when it's relaxed, it's doming upwards. So it's actually relaxed on your out breath because that's pushed the air upwards. So when you breathe in, it's contracting and coming down. That's why we can push the tummy outwards, because that big muscle can just be pushing the tummy outwards a little bit. Okay, we're going to come up and have some gentle standing activations today. And we're working a good deal today with the sides of the body. I'm going to call them flanks. Flanks has become my latest favourite word. But we're going to start with the hips, because they're kind of part of that sides of the body. So we're just going to start with some gentle hip circles. And the other way. You can really kind of play with your lower back if you like, if you feel you want to. Just feeling into any little nooks and crannies that needs a little stretch or a flex there. Lovely. And see if you can make a figure of 8 with your hips. Okay. So now we're just going to begin a very gentle scooping movement. Start off fairly small. Just rotating the shoulders, loosening off any tension in the shoulders. And make that a bit bigger. Just really take some deep breaths as well. Feel that opening up through the flanks and the armpits. And we'll go from that into a lovely figure of 8 movement. Come Become aware of any parts of the body that are enjoying this stretch, or any parts of the body that are resisting a little, maybe. Make sure you work with the breath as well. So take a big breath in as you make your figure of 8. Big breath out again. Take it wherever you want to. If you want it down low or up high. And notice if this makes you feel happy. It always makes you feel quite happy, joyful. I'm going to work a little bit with joy at the end of today's session. And I'm going to give you a chakra rainbow kriya instead of the usual deep relaxation. Nice treat. The focal point. Swadhisthana, the belly, the centre of joy and pleasure. Coming back to the centre. So now stand in Tadasana. The feet are, that's mountain posture, so the feet are hip width apart. And they're parallel, if that suits your joints. It might be a tiny bit turned out if that's better for you. So notice the soles of the feet connecting with the ground. Allow the body to sink down. Let the knees be soft. Let the tailbone sink down. Let the thighs be heavy. Each out breath sinking down from the waist down to the ground, connecting with the ground. Lifting the pelvic floor gently, the belly button to the spine. And then on the in-breath, the spine lifts away from the belly button up to the crown. On the out-breath, the shoulders settle down. Bring the shoulders back a little. Adjust the arms. So the middle finger ideally will be parallel with the seam. If you have a seam, I haven't got a seam on my trousers today. If you have a seam on your trousers, it's just same level, the middle finger's level with that. Chin up ever so slightly, shoulders relaxing down. Imagine someone's just standing behind you, giving you a lovely shoulder rub each time you breathe out, down the arms. So we're going to work now with windmill breath. I'm going to begin again with an awareness exercise. So we're going to work with the right hand side first of all. So bring your awareness to the sole of your right foot, sinking down into the ground. I'm aware of the outside of the leg up to the knee. The knee is soft. I'm aware of the outside of the leg, curling round the glute muscles, hip bone there. Become aware of your waist. And notice as you breathe, what happens to your waist, just breathing naturally. Become aware of the side of the ribs, on the right hand side. Become aware of them expanding and contracting with each breath. All the way up to the armpits. You might want to just move your arm away just a tiny bit from the body. And then we're taking that awareness down the right arm, down the upper arm to the elbow, down the forearm. Become aware of the fingers. Move them slightly if you want to. You know they're there. What we're going to do is we're going to windmill just with the right arm. On the in-breath, bring the arm behind you and up above the head. And then as you breathe out, it comes back down the front of the body. The body might turn slightly, that's fine. There's no rigidity, it's all soft. Breathing in as the arm comes backwards, breathing out. Maybe watch the hand now. Notice as you breathe in, the whole of that flank, the right side of you, stretching and opening. Filling the right lung. One more. Isn't that magical? Just close the eyes for a moment and notice any differences. You probably feel like you want to do it with the left hand side. You probably feel like the rib cage has expanded. And you even feel with perhaps a feeling of energy on one side. Quite strange. So we're going to do the same thing with the awareness, starting with the sole of the left foot. Becoming aware of how it's connecting to the ground, and the weight of the body evenly spread across the heel and ball of the foot, maybe the toes if you give them a wiggle, and come up the outside of your left leg. Can make you cough this breathing because you're increasing the lung capacity. Find yourself at the left knee. It's soft, let it be soft, not locked. Come up the side of the leg, to the glute muscles on that side, strong, but soft now. As you let your leg sink down, the awareness at the hip and along the flank of the left side of your body. Noticing as you breathe softly, what happens to your waist? What happens to your rib cage? Up to the armpit. Maybe move the arm just a little away. A piece of seaweed there. And then take the awareness down the arm, down to the elbow, soft, down the forearm, to the fingertips. And so we're going to use that windmill breath on the left side to expand into the left lung and through the left side of the body. So as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, bring in the hand down the front of the body. Feeling the side of the body expand and contract. You may find it easier on this side the second time round. To really feel each rib cage, each rib separating in those little intercostal muscles, a little stretch there. Let's just have one more. So now I'm going to try the windmill breath with both arms, which is how it's usually done. And depending on the effect you're looking for, you can try this another time at different speeds, or even now, you know, if you want to go obviously at a different speed to me, that's absolutely fine. So we'll end up with both arms working together, but hopefully it will all make sense. We're going to start again with the right arm. The right arm's going to lead. It's going to be the left arm just following. So it's still going to be all about bringing the awareness back to the right hand side and the right flank of your body and that rib cage expanding. Breathing in, bring the right arm up. Now as you bring it down, the left arm just follows above the head. And you become, this is why it's called windmill breath, a little windmill. You can always watch it back if it doesn't quite feel right today. Always letting the right, keep your awareness on the right side. Let the right arm stretch up that flank. And then we'll just finish there. So we're going to lead with the left arm, let the left arm become the leader, let the right arm follow. So bring the awareness to the whole of that side of the body. Going to expand through the rib cage on the left side as you breathe in. And then just let the right arm follow. It's a bit like doing a really slow front crawl. So you've got 2 litres of air in each lung, at least 2 litres to exchange there. And we'll finish there. So just stand maybe with the eyes closed again into Dasan. And then opening the eyes. So you can see that practice, in a way, it's quite refreshing. We quite often use it in the more active classes, maybe at the start, and we'll do it a little bit faster, so we're really activating the breath. It's a little bit like a cheat or a simple way of doing the Wim Hof breath, which has become very fashionable because you're really taking the air right in and then bringing it out. So it can be used in lots of different ways. Okay, we're going to come back down onto the floor. Actually, I'm going to sit on my chair. I think this is quite a lot of sitting to do at this point. And we're going to work with a further flank stretch if your flanks don't feel so. And then we're going to try the equal ratio breath that we've done before. I think maybe when we did it, we've been doing it. So you might find that your breath capacity has improved. So make sure you're sitting up on your chair enough, or on the floor if you are on the floor, that you can sit up with your spine straight, we're not just sort of relaxing back onto the chair yet. Okay, so we're going to take the right arm up. We're just going to stretch that flank. So inhale and then stretch it over to the side. Notice this space at the armpit really opening. And come back to the centre. We'll do that again. So inhale. Really opening up there. And then we'll try that. If you want to, carry on like that, but if you're okay to have a gentle twist, we're just going to take I'm doing opposite you, so it'll be your left arm and still twist with the twist, come over. So now just try breathing. That is, once you've got the twist as well, it really opens up this flank a lot. Try breathing in and out from that part. You can't breathe anywhere else, can you, in this position? Good. So let's try that the other side. So we'll start with the straightforward, just lateral side stretch. Inhale. And now take a couple of breaths there. Breathing into these side ribs. So sometimes we talk, don't we, in the deep yogic breath about the side ribs. This is what we're talking about. Come back to the centre, and then we'll try that as well with a little twist. So sort of twisting towards the arm, whichever arm you've got up now. And then as you come into the twist, you'll see that really opens up the whole of that area. See if you can fill it with as much air as possible. Haven't left you much space for breathing. But specifically, this is the middle part of your breath. Middle ribs, sometimes I think I call it. Oh, or even lower ribs, I suppose, because the upper ribs I always think of as these ones below the collarbones. So we're going to have a little play with the deep yogic breath and the equal ratio breath as well. You might find it easier now to hold your breath, but we'll start just with the 3 parts. So we've talked about how important it is to relax the diaphragm, and then the middle ribs are kind of the side ribs, same thing. And then collarbones, almost imagining your lungs go right up into your neck and that you can breathe, but because although they don't, you do have those muscles there that are involved in your breathing. So we just breathe out fully, breathe into the belly, the middle ribs, the upper ribs. Breathe out from the belly, the middle ribs, the upper ribs. Keep going with your own rhythm. So you've got a count of 3. In, 2, 3, and out. 2, 3. Let it all become smooth so it doesn't feel like it's all separate parts. And then have a try at the end of the in-breath, holding the breath for 1. So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, hold, breathe out, 2, 3, and hold. If you want to keep extending that, you can try holding at the top of the breath and at the bottom of the breath for a count of 2. Try it for a little bit longer. Try it for a count of 3. So when you get to the count of 3, you've got your equal ratio breath. You're breathing in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, and so on. You may find it even becomes longer than that. And then just let the breath come back to normal. Open the eyes. Don't worry, everything else we've got to do is very, very relaxing. So we are going to work with Matsyasana, the fish posture, but a supported version. So this is where we need all the cushions you can find. And the longer cushions are going to be for you to lie across. You may have more than me if you want more of a extension in the lower spine. We're going to work with like a little frog with the legs each side opening, but if that doesn't suit your hips, or like me, you might need one side higher than the other side because one hip doesn't like it. You might want a cushion for your head. You might want something for your tummy. So there's quite a lot to arrange here. A cushion for my head as well. I'm going to have that one handy for my tummy. And I'll just take you there, and then I'll come out so that I don't fall asleep. So I can talk to you, guided meditation to work with this posture. So get your bottom right against your long cushions. You've got plenty of time. I'll just lie here and relax while you arrange yourselves. Don't like your legs open. Sometimes it feels nicer if you've got a nice big cushion or something there. Or if it really doesn't feel physically comfortable, of course you can just have your legs, if you take your feet to hip width apart or a little more, they can just go that way. But it's quite nice. We're coming into part of the lesson, as well as talking about breathing, I'm talking about Swadhisthana, the belly, and allowing that sense of joy in the tummy. So while you rest there, you might just still got a little bit of movement. Shouldn't worry too much if you can't see me. Just find your own sort of approximation, something that's comfortable for you. And then we're placing the, whichever hand is your dominant hand, mine's my right hand, so that the little fingers lie on the sternum. We won't stay there for very long. And we're just connecting there to the heart center. In fact, really to the heart within the heart center, that what's called the clit chakra, that still place right within you. You may wish to close your eyes for a moment. Of course, if it becomes uncomfortable at all, please do move. If the hips or the back foot, you might want less cushions or more cushions. I'm just going to come out to talk to you about this. So bring your awareness again. You just keep the hand there if you're comfortable for a little while, connecting to the sternum, connecting to the heart, connecting to yourself. And bring the awareness to your breath again. And as you breathe now, you may feel more open than usual, that you have more spaciousness in the lungs and the heart area. And just let your hand come to rest now by your side if you wish. And let the shoulders relax down, enjoying being you. feeling held and supported as you are by all the cushions and blankets, but also held and supported as you are. So just bringing our awareness to that spaciousness within, that still, silent space that's you, deep within you. And from that quiet space now, witnessing being in your body with your breath, witnessing the breath in, as if you're watching from within, from that still, silent space, witnessing the breath out from that space within, from that still, silent space. And we have another, I can't remember if we've done this once before, another gentle but interesting breathing exercise which softens different parts of your diaphragm. So as you breathe out, we're going to take shorter breaths for a little while. And the first time as you breathe out, make a sound, a soft S. The next time that you breathe out, Z, like a Z. Breathing in and Z. Can't hear you. Quite hard. And this just is softening different parts of your diaphragm. If you don't like it, stop. If you like it, try it for a longer breath. So breathing in and then breathing in. Sounds like a cartoon person having a sleep, doesn't it? And now just breathing naturally. So do whatever you need to do now with your cushions to be able, we're going to go kind of go the other way. So we're going to kind of maybe get all the cushions. If you turn onto your side, get everything you can lay your hands on. Into a big heap. Particularly want a little tiny bit of pressure at the tummy maybe. That's probably you can kind of get, we're going to go the opposite way as a counter posture for fish. And we're going to have the child's pose. So I'm going to get things so that it just presses nicely on my diaphragm there. And I can come right over. It just takes a bit of organising. And you might find you prefer this one, I do. Really like, you can let the arms really rest down. Nothing like a supported child's pose. Absolutely amazing posture. And breathe into your diaphragm now. And it's a bit like when we work with the crocodile. The pillows that I've put there, the cushions that I've put on my tummy are pushing the breath back out. So even though the out breath is a relaxation of your diaphragm, it's making it even more relaxing as you let go on each out breath. And feeling as though there's that waterfall over the shoulders, letting them relax down too. And sometimes it's in these times when we're not really doing very much, but joy just bubbles up from nowhere, and we can allow joy to be there, like a child in child's pose. So would you like to, oh you probably don't want to, but we might like to come out of that posture and get yourself into, you could do this sitting up, but you know, time of day when we need to lie down, or time in the class of restorative yoga when lying down becomes extra important. I would recommend getting in your usual relaxation position, maybe some cushions underneath the knees, and I'm going to treat you to a chakra rainbow kriya. I did quite a bit with the rainbow colours, and with the focus on Swadhisthana chakra, orange. So we run through the rainbow colours through the spine, like the body becomes a prism. It's very, very, one of those relaxing and energizing ones. So I'll come over and give you a candle as well. In case you do want to do it with your eyes open at all. Otherwise, just lie down, get yourself super comfy. And so, as you lie on the ground, supported by the earth, start by practicing spinal breathing. Breathing from the tailbone up to the crown. And as you breathe out, come back to the base. We worked with the turning of the wheel later. It's a bit like the last breaths of turning of the wheel through the whole spine, extending, and then the spine contracting as the breath flows out again. And now, just breathing normally, focusing your awareness on your body, allowing the body to become heavy, relaxing the arms, allowing them to become heavy, relaxing the legs, allowing them to become heavy. And take the awareness to just above the crown and visualize golden light there, streaming downwards, flowing through the whole of your body, flowing through the whole of the spine, a river of golden light, down through the limbs, and become aware of the sensation of light filling your whole body with a particular focus on your spine. Bring your awareness now to the very base of the spine, and for a few breaths, visualize there a ruby, a jewel at the base of the spine, ruby red, as the light there is passing through this beautiful jewel. With the power of your relaxed concentration, allow this light to glow stronger and brighter, allowing a deep sense of safety and security. Allow your awareness now to rise 3 to 5 centimeters up from the base of the spine. And as it does so, the colour changes to a soft orange glow. Allow this orange light, warm like the rising sun, to flow through your body, flow through the lower abdomen. Feel it permeating the lower spine. This is the seat of your Swadhisthana chakra, an area that can be a volcano of emotions, but allow that orange light to soothe and dissolve away any trauma, any anxieties stored in this area, as you allow the whole of your abdomen to relax and soften. And as you focus on this area, I'll read to you from a book called The Dance Between Joy and Pain, on understanding joy. Joy is our natural state of being. It is the fullness of who we are. It is loving life, loving who we are, loving what is, unconditionally. Joy just is. And if we enter fully into the present moment, we can find it there, just waiting to burst forth. Often we seek it in everything we do, but in reality, all we have to do is just be in the present moment, and there we find joy. Joy is not complicated. It may be evoked by a beautiful sunset, a shooting star, when we sing or dance, when we hold a baby, when we help someone, when we see the first flower of spring, when we know we are loved, when we know we have purpose in life and are working enthusiastically to achieve it, when we spend time with family and friends, knowing we have nothing to prove, we just have to be. Joy is our natural state of being. And when you're ready to move on from this area, allow your awareness to rise to just below the rib cage, the solar center. See the light changing from orange to yellow, like the sun shining out. Allow your awareness to rise again through the spine to just behind the heart, as the yellow changes to rich emerald green. Feel that radiant light spreading throughout the chest cavity, pure translucent green, like the sun shining through the spring leaves, shining with tremendous compassion. Allow your awareness to rise again, this time to the base of the neck, as emerald green gives way to beautiful turquoise blue, spreading through the neck. Feel the whole of the throat bathed by this healing blue light. As this light intensifies and spreads, allow the whole of the area of the neck and the throat to relax deeply. On your next breath, take the awareness up to the face and the head, arriving between the eyebrows. The light changes to a very deep indigo blue. Sense that beautiful deep blue light spreading across the forehead, filling the whole of the head and face with soft blue radiance. The light begins to change colour again, from blue to shades of violet, as it rises to above the crown and into the space above the crown, a halo of violet. Allow your awareness to expand beyond you into this area above the crown. Gradually the violet has flecks of gold within it. Gradually the light becomes golden, and in your mind's eye, visualize this golden light spreading around the body like a cascade and streaming down through the whole of the body, through the head, the shoulders, the arms, through the spine again, golden light, the river, cooling and calming. And relax there, surrounded by this radiance and filled with this radiance. Gently now bring your awareness back to your breath. Bring your awareness back to your physical body, perhaps making a few small movements, wiggling the fingers and toes. You know your body's still there. Enjoy a few breaths and maybe a stretch before coming onto your side. And then helping yourself back up to sitting. You'll rub the hands together. If you're not glowing already, filled with your golden light, I hope. And then just have an extra, oh, hello, I am still here in the real world. And have a hug, a pat on the back of that terribly hard yoga session, and give each other a hug. So lovely to see each other, isn't it? Namaste. And you'll need to take yourself